Hello, everybody. How are you guys tonight? So I'm using a different format to share this presentation tonight for a few different reasons. We are trying to see how it works, trying to see how different formats work. And so we're going to get started with this. I'm going to make sure that I'm recording. Let me just double check that for a minute and make sure that I'm recording. Make sure that you guys can hear me. And let's just settings. I just want to make sure that we get this recorded because the guest speaker that I have on tonight is really good. And I want to make sure that I have the ability to record all that we're doing. So thank you for bearing with me as we mess around with this for just a minute. Again, I'm using a different format than I usually use because I want to be able to put this in a lot of different places. So we're sharing this in a different way than we typically share it. So welcome, everybody. I'm so glad that you're here tonight to join us. We have a special guest speaker that'll be coming on in just a minute. And I'm trying, as I said, a different format to be able to get this information to you. That is pretty powerful information. And so I'm going to start by sharing my story with you, and we're going to bring a special guest on, and you're going to love to hear her story. It's an amazing one. But first, I want to share with you how I was first introduced to this company, Pure. So those of you that are watching are like, wait a minute, what is Pure, and how did I get into this Changing Lives with Pure page? Maybe you don't know what this is. Well, I'm going to start by sharing my story, and then I'll give you a little bit more information. So my name is Rachel Garcia. When I first took a look at what you're looking at tonight, I was practicing medicine full-time as a PA, 12 plus hours a day. My husband and I were running two businesses that we had just started, and I had just had my second baby. I could not lose the weight. We were struggling with not having enough time on our hands, and I couldn't get the weight off after my second child, no matter how hard I tried. My nephew had just been diagnosed with severe autism, and I had started doing a lot of research on what that is and where it came from, and I knew the importance of good nutrition as a result of the studies that I had done, but I just couldn't get a handle on my weight. And my brother David called me and said, we want your opinion on these products. And I said, I don't have time to give you my opinion. He said, I'm not getting off the phone until you agree to look. And so I looked at everything he sent me. And I literally spent the night researching. I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences, and I jumped on board. 3 months later, I'd lost 33 pounds. It was a radical transformation. My sleep issues were gone. My son's constipation issues were gone. My husband lost a tremendous amount of weight as well, and his extreme anger and depression issues were totally gone. And at that point, we decided, wow, this is real for us. I mean, this picture that you're seeing here, you can see my boys that were babies in the previous pictures. We have literally aged backwards. So the radical physical changes that we saw and witnessed just continued to hold with us, stay with us. So for those of you who are watching maybe and you've tried a few products, you're just getting started and you're like, you know, is this for real? Does this last forever? Yes, it lasts forever. The results are cumulative over time. How many people are taking multiple different kinds of vitamins and they don't really notice a change, and so therefore they don't travel with them, they don't take them all the time, and you don't really see a difference. We're here today because of the radical difference we've seen, not just in our physical health, but mentally and in the lab results. That's really why I'm here. I'm a healthcare provider, and I have seen the results in the lab results, the cholesterol levels, triglyceride levels, sugar levels. I remember my husband, he's 49 years old, and he went in for a colonoscopy, and his mother was very nervous about, oh no, we don't really tend to have good colonoscopies in our family. His colonoscopy was beautiful because of what we're doing. And so after 12 years of being involved with this company, and I can tell you after 20 years of practicing medicine, I believe with all of my heart that the majority of the health issues we face in this country are the result of us being toxic from all the herbicides, pesticides, and fungicides we're consuming, totally out of balance and extremely undernourished. Are we toxic? Are you kidding? The plastic water bottles, the saran wrap on our food, this Tupperware containers we've been putting our food in for 20 years now, the herbicides, pesticides, fungicides in the food supply, it's killing us, friends. It's literally poisoning us. That's why cancer is expected to overtake heart disease as the #1 killer of Americans here in the next year. Are we out of balance? I think almost everybody that you know and talk to would say, yes, I have a lot of stress, more stress than I do peace. I'm on my technology, my phone, my computer too much. I don't get enough rest. I don't get 8 hours of sleep at night. I definitely don't get enough exercise. And therefore, the cesspool of toxins from your lymphatic system sitting all day long is literally killing you. We are being poisoned. And then we're lacking in nutrition. And I'm sorry, you guys, there are some people that I meet, they're like, I have an organic garden and I eat really good. It's a very small percentage of people who is getting the nutrition that they need from our food supply. Agricultural studies have shown, even if you have an organic garden, like my mom in North Carolina, you are not getting from that garden, from those vegetables, the same nutrients that our grandparents got from their vegetable gardens 40, 50 years ago. In fact, my mom called me 2 weeks in on starting on these products. She's the healthiest person I've ever met in my life, crying. Said, I've never felt this good in my life. Where has this stuff been? Where did it come from? And so I now believe that if we cleanse, balance, and build our bodies with whole raw food nutrition, really prescription medications aren't necessary. I know that's a strong statement. And I know that's not going to blanket for everybody. But I walked away from practicing medicine last year because of what I've seen happen with this routine, this cleanse, balance, build program that we put people on. That is why I am here tonight to share with you this amazing company and what it offers. Now, Pure is a whole raw food nutrition company that you can get access to the products online, and they have over 50 products, but I'm going to talk tonight about a few very specific products. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I want you to know that my boys are 13 and 16 and they get this nutrition in their bodies every morning in under 30 seconds and every evening in under 30 seconds. And when I was out of town last week in Utah with my husband, they poured it for themselves every single morning. Why in the world would two teenage boys pour their own nutrition for themselves, nutrition that doesn't really taste that good, while their parents are gone? Because they can tell when it works. They can tell when they take it. They can tell when they don't. I'm not going to go really into what each of these products are, but I'm going to tell you, we have a cleanse product that cleanses the 7 channels you eliminate through your lungs, your liver, your skin, lymphatic system, kidneys, blood, and intestines. All need to be cleansed on a regular basis. Our food used to do it for us. It's not doing it anymore. If you don't cleanse these organs out, they're not going to work and cleanse all the toxins out that need to be cleansed out. Our cells need to regenerate by getting plant-based nutrition in. Okay, so the cleanse product, you can see it on the screen. I happen to have one right here. We take this at night in our house. We put a dropper full in water, drink it down fast. It gets all the junk out. There's no explosions. It's gentle. It's fabulous. If you struggle losing weight, if you struggle with sleep, if you struggle feeling tired all the time, if you're sluggish, if you have skin issues, I'm telling you, friends, you need to cleanse. If you live in America, you need to cleanse. Number 1. Number 2, we've got this vitamin. You can see it on the screen, Daily Build. I just did a whole educational series on this vitamin. It's the most comprehensive vitamin you will find on the planet. 23 vitamins and minerals, all in food form. All the things that you've heard that you need, vitamin C, vitamin D, resveratrol, quercetin, huge for Alzheimer's and flu. We have it all in this product. Those of you that are into health and nutrition, you probably have like a checklist of things you're looking for. Maybe you have 25 different things in your cabinets in your house that you try to take your greens and your calcium and this and that. We've got everything in one place. And then there's the people who say, well, can't you just give me a gummy vitamin? You know, I just want a gummy vitamin that covers my bases. There's lots of people taking those. They can't tell when they take it and they can't tell when they don't. Don't you want to see results from what you're consuming every day? This week, we're doing our education series on Goyin. The beautiful blue bottle right there is our #1 selling product. It has a clinical study that's been published on it with a control group showing that there were less tension, less anger, less rage, more feelings of joyfulness, better mood in the people who consumed the Goyin every single day. It's a 5,000-year-old Asian formulation, a blend of superfruits. It tastes amazing. If you struggle with rage, if you struggle with PMS, if you struggle with anger issues, you're mad all the time, you don't know why, hot flashes, you need to be on our Goyin. Again, it's part of our Core Plus packaging, and as a healthcare provider who's been sharing this for 12 years, I feel that if you take these 7 products and you can get them in 30 seconds in the morning and 30 seconds at night, there's at least 1 of 6 things that I believe will happen. Weight loss without trying. I'm not talking about 30 pounds in a month, friends. I'm talking about 3, 5, maybe even 10 pounds in a month. It just keeps going after that. More energy, better sleep, better bowel habits, better mood, and a lot less pain than you're used to having. We have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And when you start on these products, it's an accumulative effect, as I said earlier. You've damaged your body for decades. Let's give it a couple of weeks, a couple of months to pour some good nutrition in to let it work the way that it was made to work. This is literally plant-based nutrition from the inside out. So what is Pure? Pure is just an online shopping center, you guys. We're all buying things online right now anyways, but it's the best of the best products. We have third-party testing Our products, many of them are listed in the physician's desk reference. That's huge for me. It's a big validator, being somebody who wrote prescriptions out of the PDR for many, many years. And then all of our products, most of them come from not in the United States, all over the world. Our plant-based omega-3s come from regions near the equator at high elevations. Our noni comes from the Polynesian Islands, our acai from Brazil. So all of these products and foods come into our manufacturing facilities that are FDA registered facilities. So people say oftentimes, well, all these products FDA approved, only prescription medications get FDA approval. I walked away from writing prescriptions because this food works so much better. So bananas don't get FDA approval. So this is really online shopping, but the best of the best. Somebody sent me a link to a company the other day and said, hey, check this out. There are 15 different kinds of calcium, guys. I have a master's degree in clinical medical sciences, and that overwhelmed me. We have one of everything. We can tell you exactly what you need, and it's the best of the best. I have no doubt it's better than what you're currently consuming. So I got involved because it solved the problem for me. I was doing the research. I was going to the health food store. I knew what I wanted. I'd turn all the bottles over to find my vitamins and my greens and my calcium. Most people don't have the research background that I have, and therefore they go to the health food store and they ask the 18-year-old behind the counter what he recommends for their children's allergies and their husband's high blood pressure. Don't do that. Check out purelifechangers.com. Look at what the doctors on our wellness advisory board say about these products. Check out the real stories, and you can learn a lot more about how awesome and life-changing these products are. If you're ready to get started because somebody that you believe, like, and trust has shared this with you, check out livepure.com. You can go there right now, click the shopping button, and you can throw the packages into your cart. Core Plus, I've talked about already tonight. That's our basic package for $269 that will get you started in the first 30 days. Do you need to order that every single month? Absolutely not. This is a jump start to get your body on track. And just think, if those 6 things happen for me in the next 28 days, I had less pain, I had better bowel habits, no more worries about constipation or running to the bathroom, I was sleeping better, I had more energy, and I've lost weight without even trying, would it be worth it for me to get started on this? I believe most people would say yes. If you're looking for a radical change, you know you drink too much, you know you eat too much, you want to follow a meal plan, you guys, we have some tremendous before and after pictures of people who've gotten started on our detox program. It's a 28-day program telling you exactly what to consume and incorporating all those Core Plus products. We have an amazing immune boosting package. This skin defense kills all bugs. And I'm not putting toxic hand sanitizer all over my hands. I can't put that stuff on my face or my purse, but I can put this all over my face, my hands, my purse, my kids, my phone, their backpacks, everything, and not be worried about any sort of disease or infection. We also have other immune boosters like colloidal silver. So take a look at the immune boosting package. Take a look at my immune boosting educational video in purelifechangers.com. So right now, I'm going to jump out of sharing really quick. And I'm going to pop over and bring somebody up on the screen who I want you to hear her story, because a lot of times we, maybe you know me, maybe you don't, but you're like, oh, whatever. I don't know her. I'm not going to listen to her. And just so you know, I don't work for the company. I'm a normal person just like you guys, but I'm very passionate about changing people's lives. Okay. And so I'm going to do all that I can to get this information out there, because after seeing 50 patients a day for 20 years, writing 200 prescriptions a day, I've realized people are sick in this country and they need a better way. They need a better way for their health, their children's health, their parents' health. They're sitting in doctor's offices and being handed prescriptions that they may or may not need. You have a kidney issue, you're told your kidney needs to be cut out. You have a thyroid issue, let's cut out your thyroid. You have a gallbladder issue, let's cut out your gallbladder. Listen, you have these organs for a reason. And if you cleanse them, balance them, and build them, they'll work the way they were made to work. That's the first part of what we have going on here. And most people who come to our company come here because they're looking for better health, or they've seen a radical change in their friend or their coworker, their family member, and they've been praying for a change. They've been praying for something, and here it is. But then there's a whole other group of people who are struggling financially. And you may even be watching this right now and saying, I can't afford anything extra. I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna have a job next week. Well, I hope you tune in a little bit more, because a lot of Americans are struggling right now. And you guys, this is a great way, number one, to create an additional stream of income, to get healthy, whole raw food products paid for in your household, and to set yourself up for financial success. I'm going to bring on my friend, Mary Catherine, who I happened to be with last week in Amelia Island. And I'm just going to have her share. I asked her to come on tonight to share her family's health testimony, how she found out about it, what her history is, her career is, and then also what she thinks about that financial earning portion that I just talked about. So Mary Catherine, thank you so much for taking time out from your busy life up in Montana and jumping on to share your story with us tonight.
Hi, can you see and hear me? Okay.
I hear you. Can everybody else hear her? Maybe it's me.
I'm only asking because StreamYard has asked me to wear headphones, which I wouldn't normally do, I guess for background noise.
I don't know. You're good. I can hear you. You're great.
Okay. All right. I feel like I'm in a studio. So yeah, I was introduced to Pure 2 years ago by same way everybody else is in this group or knows about Pure. Somebody called me, and it was a dear friend, and I got a call, and over the course of our conversation started to share about the products. And for me, it was an answer to prayer. I have 3 children. Their ages are 9, 11, and 13. And I'm a registered nurse by education, and so I've worked as a nurse for 18 years. I've been on the health kick for a long time. It wasn't new. I wasn't, unhealthy and all of a sudden starting something new. I've been home cooking, and I've been into researching and supplementing already for a long time. But we found ourselves in a position 2 years ago where just everybody was dealing with something little. And, it's the kind of thing you get to be close to 40 as I was at the time. And it's like, you just accept that this is the new norm. And, it's like, what are you going to do? Go to the doctor and just say, well, I'm dealing with this and this and this and this. Is nothing major, but it's like a laundry list of little things I've never had to deal with before. And so we were excited to get into the products. I wanted them for my children. I wanted them for sports, get away from sports drinks. And so we came in with the big pack. And I know Rachel has asked me to share a little bit about the business perspective. And so I'm going to get to that in a second. But as far as the products, it was just such a blessing. I was struggling with low-grade headaches that I'd never had before. I felt tired all the time, no energy. Despite having plenty of sleep, I still was just dealing with fatigue all day long. As I was saying, I'm a registered nurse, so I was working at the hospital, and I had gained a little bit of weight, not a lot, but it just appeared for no reason, and I couldn't shake it, and so that was frustrating. My husband had chronic anxiety for a long time, didn't sleep well. He also was dealing with some sinus congestion that was leading to snoring and sleep apnea. So the congestion happening at night, primarily when he would lay flat and he couldn't breathe. And so it was causing some restlessness and sleepless nights. And, it's just like, you're a snorer, half the world is, and you just deal with that. My oldest son, who is now 13, was dealing with chronic constipation. And that was just something we've struggled with all of his life. I felt like I couldn't turn it around. I took him to naturopaths, and anyways, nothing was helping. And so I didn't know what to do about it. And so we jumped into the products. My son and myself also, which is a side note, but it's a huge side note, joint pain. I felt my knees were just shot from a lifelong of sports and athletics and cardio exercise. And my son is also lacrosse and basketball, lots of running, and he was in knee braces. He just had joint pain. So I knew that we needed something. We needed at the very minimum a good multivitamin and calcium, but it was like, I need like a full system. Like, we need food. I know that a multivitamin is not going to solve all of our problems. And so anyway, I came in with the big pack, and we found relief and saw changes in days, not weeks. Literally, lifelong struggles were resolved by day 8. My son's constipation was just not an issue after day 8. And going forward, as long as he has his shake, he's regular. And so he has totally changed. I mean, it's improved his mood. It's improved his, he was just very up and down emotionally. And a lot of that has just resolved despite going through puberty. Can you leave my Zoom, please? Sorry.
Carly.
My husband's, sinus congestion was massively improved. As long as he has his sulfur, he really doesn't snore very much. And I have not witnessed sleep apnea with him. He lost 20 pounds without even trying. My energy level was through the roof. I no longer had chronic, really painful menstrual cramping every month, was just something I just thought that was normal after children. I have no more knee pain. I don't wear knee braces anymore to work out. My son doesn't. So just such a tremendous change in our health that I just love sharing the products and helping others. Obviously, as a nurse, that's what I wanted to do with my life, is help other people. And my parents no longer have arthritis pain. So anyway, the products speak for themselves. And thankfully, we have the Facebook group where you can read all the testimonies, so many testimonies of how the products are helping people. But as far as the business, at the time when I looked at this, I literally was like, I don't have a minute to spare. I mean, I just don't. I'm working as a nurse several days a week. We had a sunglass business. I was running an Airbnb out of our side apartment, and that includes all the bookings and all the cleanings myself. And then 3 kids. We were going into traveling lacrosse season, which is every single weekend. I mean, I was like, I don't know where I'm fitting this in, but I felt in my gut like I can't pass this up. I mean, this is an opportunity. I've seen other businesses just in Bozeman, Rodan & Fields and doTERRA are 2 names that just stand out to me. But those folks that were the first in their market are millionaires today, And so that's the beauty of being the first in a new company, which our company is 12 years old, so it's not new, but it just takes a while to get the word out. And so I really felt like I didn't have time, but I wasn't about to look, down the road and say I had that opportunity and I passed it up. And so particularly in a business that, there is no target market, it's for everyone. You're not, seeking out the women in the group who can afford skincare or, whatever it is. It's like, it's something for everybody. So that was just something I wasn't going to turn down. I'm going to have to work it out. He's going to have to fit in somehow. So that's what I did. And, my business experience, we have, before sunglasses, we franchised a restaurant. In my heart, I can't advise anyone to do that. It was extremely difficult. You think you're going hiking on a Saturday, but instead you're going to run the fry station for 8 hours. So much money to invest, so much work. You're the last to get paid. Everybody gets paid first. And so it was a real struggle. And so we closed the doors on that, had a lot of losses. We cried happy tears because of the doing away of the level of stress and the sleepless nights that went along with that. We didn't have to worry about that. So we were like, money it comes and goes, but quality of life is just something you can't get back. And so moved on. We invested in Sunglass Company. It was a smaller investment, but we thought it would be easy because we have no employees and, we just have to depend on ourselves. And I know that I can do it, that kind of thing. And, there's a lot of folks out there who have a negative perception of network marketing. And I think most of that lies in just not being educated on what exactly it is and why it has come to be. So from a corporate perspective and a big business, it's the most brilliant business model you can have because if you've ever dealt with marketing, and I'm not here to offend anybody, but from my personal experience, marketing it might be the biggest scandal of all time. I mean, I know that they do great things, but the way that you are successful in a big company through marketing is by having extremely deep pockets. I mean, you literally have to outspend your competition in marketing. And so for small business owners, it's really, really difficult and there's no guarantees for sales. So we were dealing with sunglasses and let's say, and this was an actual number, $5,000 a month in marketing. And we're like, okay, how many sunglass sales does that have to take before you just pay off marketing before you can turn a profit? It's a lot. It's a lot of sunglasses. And there's no guarantees that they're going to sell even, one of the screws that goes in the sunglasses. I mean, you have to pay the money and there's no guarantee on sales. And so we spent lots of money on marketing and really didn't see any changes. And oh, by the way, it's not rocket science. I mean, to do social media and everything, we figured out a lot ourselves and tried to do what we could ourselves to save money, but such a struggle. And so network marketing, these companies have found out that there is no greater marketing than people sharing by word of mouth. When something is great, people are going to tell their friends, and those companies only have to pay for what's being sold. So they're only paying each individual business owner for the sales that they make. So it really, from a business perspective, is brilliant on their part. And so it's no wonder that companies like this have started to come about. And for us, we're the independent business owner. I have sometimes people say to me, $2,000 to start this, to come in with this, or $2,500. And I'm just like, that is like pennies on the dollar from what we have spent starting our own business with no guarantee. I mean, this business to me is like, there is no risk. What's the risk? If you tell every person that and then you say, send them to the Facebook group, don't take my word for it. Read for yourself what other people are saying. There really isn't a risk, because that it's basically a guaranteed return on your investment and a guaranteed way to, at the very minimum, pay your investment off, because people are sick and people are suffering and people need what we have. And so not just that, when you think about, I just always laugh when people say to me, oh, I'm terrible at that. I can't sell. I don't sell. I'm awful at sales. And I'm like, me too. I don't sell anything. If you can put your finger on a link and hold it down and copy and paste a video and share it, you can do this business. And, when you go to a corporate event and you see all the people there, you're like, okay, if that person can do it, I can do it. Literally anybody can do it. And so, if you're just literally telling people something that's been great for you and something that's changed your life, with the opportunity to change their life too. I just really can't say enough about what it's done for me personally, not just with my health, but just connecting with wonderful people, getting the opportunity to do what I wanted to do in my life as an adult, which is help others. And I really felt like in nursing that my hands were tied, and I'm really not helping that many people. I mean, I'm smiling at them and making them happy while they're at the hospital, but is it really making an impact like this has an opportunity to make an impact? So for me, I'm going to be the Energizer Bunny, because I feel like every day that I'm not calling somebody and telling them how amazing this is, then that's one more day that person might suffer with high blood pressure or with their diabetes, or have chronic pain, from rheumatoid arthritis, or not be able to lose the weight they've been trying to lose. I mean, it's bringing joy to people's lives. And so I feel like, and a lot of us I know feel this way, even if you don't want to make $1 million in this business, you should be telling people, I mean, you have friends that are sick, and you're just going to keep it to yourself when you have basically the key to the whole thing. So, it's not sales. We share a gift. We're passionate about what we do here. And, I love to share about the business, because I feel like there's a lot of choices out there. There's a lot of businesses out there, but there's no more hours in the day. And most people can't go out and get a second job without taking time away from their families. And so to be able to literally make a call after you drop your kids off and you're going to your next spot, and earn income that way, it's a no-brainer, really. So anyway, that's my story. Thanks for letting me share. And if anybody, has an interest in the business, find out what it's about. Ask, if you're already using the products and they're amazing, it's not hard. It's not hard to share. And so ask whoever, got you here, and think about it, because it's a great way to earn. And I'll just close really quick with the first year, and this is, I've been in going almost 2 years. I wasn't doing anything special. I just was telling my friends, like I do, and sharing this with people. And I remember getting a text from Rachel saying, "Do you know that you're really close to earning a trip to Mexico?" And I was like, "Mexico? No, I didn't know there was a trip to Mexico." I mean, I didn't think I'd done anything special, and ended up earning a trip. Didn't get to go because of COVID, but I did just get to experience an amazing 4 nights in Amelia Island last weekend with a lot of other life changers. And man, to be able to take a trip that you earned because you've changed other people's lives, it's just unfathomable. And so it was amazing, and I'm excited to earn the next one. And my husband and I had an amazing getaway for the weekend. So anyway, I'm thankful.
We were so glad you got to come. Mary Catherine, you're awesome. Thank you for jumping on and sharing your story with us tonight. And for everybody that's listening and has heard, there's a lot of different ways that you can get started. Most people start as customers by going to livepeer.com, click the shop button, throw the Core Plus into your package at a bare minimum. If you're over 40, add the Superfruits, add the Immune Plus to it, because we're deficient in so much nutrition. Now, if you're looking at the business, you really want to consider one of our business packages. The most you can spend, you heard Mary Catherine say it, is about $2,500. It's health insurance. You're going to eat what you purchase. I came in with that package with no intention of sharing it with anybody else ever. And here I am today, making more in 1 week than my husband and I used to make in a month combined. It's an absolute amazing gift. I will continue to go live on a regular basis here with guest speakers so you can hear from other people. But I encourage you, if you're on Changing Lives with Pure, use the little search box, type in whatever you're struggling with in your family. We're not going to make any claims about what's going to happen for you, but type in migraines, type in ADHD, type in focus, type in depression, see what pops up. If you're watching this on another place, DM me and I will send you a link to where you can get on our little Facebook page and you can use that search box and see real live testimonies. Thanks so much, everybody. God bless and have a great night. Bye-bye.